It's gonna be Cute Dig. Gonna be first up. Cute versus Facile off the bat. Is Facile trying to see if he can go in for a Tyrant? Cute with his army of the undead versus Facile with his army of demonic threats. Cute may need summon you for the Pitlord. That thing could be absolutely insane. Cute trying to see if he can fight through it, but as this Pitlord walks in, just boops him in the back once and taking him out. That is super unfortunate. I do love the coalescing army though. The undeads together with the demons all attacking one another, all fighting each other all at once. But man, that is unfortunate. I think demons do end up kind of coming out on top almost always. I think it's that Pitlord difference, honestly. The A-bomb just does not compare. Crazy Nelly does try to go in for a freeze onto one of the pets of Facile. Is going to go for the binding shot too with a bit of a rapid fire. Does Facile get himself potentially a better angle here? Sending in the pet over towards Crazy Nelly. As long as he can get himself some Demon Doggers to top out as well, he'll be okay. Axos as Crazy trying to see if he can round the bend. Chimeric Poison slowing down Facile's approach here a little bit, as Nelly is taking a bit of damage right now though. Facile getting knocked out in the open, so you're running the high explosive trap. That's actually kind of good. With the Demon Doggers charging in, rapid fire to follow. Got himself, I think, a little bit of damage. I think that's survival of the bear, or fortification of the bear. Dark back from Facile. Got himself a full Tyrant. Crazy Nelly somehow walking away from Tyrant. Hold on, Tyrant, please. Tyrant, why are you just walking? Nelly did go down, but why is the Tyrant just walking at him? I don't understand. What is happening? Gonna be Jernarn up next. Jernarm, I mess up name all the time. Does go for the Axe Toss as he went in for the Odin's Fury. Big Dragon's Roar? Bleed onto Facile, leaping on top of him, but it's going to be Fury right after. Facile going for a port, just trying to let the pets attack Jernarm, or maybe take him down little by little, trying to avoid him, but the Fury Warrior, as soon as he closes the gap, able to go for Bloodthirst and Impending Victories, able to catch up a lot of the healing, looking for the Execute, does go for the Rampage instead. Taking down my boy Facile. Fun guy trying to open up with a bit of a ring of fire. Jernarm charging out with a Nova to follow him. As long as the Fury Warrior is able to lock out Fun Guy on his biggest cooldowns, I think he may be okay. Trying to go for a bit of Reflect off of that Arcane Surge, but I don't think he can actually reflect Arcane Surge appropriately. Mad damage by Fun Guy, not much you can really do. Jernarm might be in a bit of a bad spot, trying to see if he can dodge away from the missiles, but it's gonna be, oh, touches the magic missiles together, all putting in a ton of pressure. With Darkana is gonna be up next. I do like the Mog with shoulders and stuff. That looks so good. Where do you get this this Mog particularly? So Fun Guy has the same one. Where do you get that actually? It's like one of the holiday events, isn't it? Big damage on Darkanas, does get hit with a Mortal Coil. Nether Portal going to be up for Darkanas as they're trying to see if they can coalesce an entire demonic army. Running him through the Ring of Frost is not a bad idea actually. Fun Guy needs to find a way to disappear away from the Pit Lord. If you can disappear from the Pit Lord, you'll be okay. As Dark, do they have the full demonic army? Pit Lord joins in, he's looking for his target, but he can't find him. Pit Lord has a lot of potential damage. But Fun Guy just using his invis just to avoid it entirely. If you can avoid the wrath of that big demonic pet, you'll mostly be okay. Can still make a play though. Demonology Warlock still has a lot of potential pressure in general, together with the Demon Doggos, with a second Felguard and the Tyrant. You still can make a lot of damage happen. It's just going to be a little bit harder without the big Pit Lord really to overpower the enemy target. Knocking back Darkanas way out in the open. Is going to go for a bit of a port. Dropping in the Obelisk on top of it, get him a bit faster casting. But mad damage coming out of the Arcane Mage. Trying to see if he can fight through it with maybe the Dark Pact, but Dark Pact may not be enough. Got himself Warlock Hellstone with the Soul Burn just to give himself the most amount of recovery. Trying to go for a couple Arcane Blasts, getting locked out on Arcane with a stun to follow. Darkana does have himself the Touch of the Magic on him. Could ramp up quite a lot of damage on him. Mortal Coil, potentially not enough damage. Big Arcane Blast, Barrage to follow, does get that cleave value to, oh! Running by, cleaving through him with a big Execute at the very end of the day. Big damage on the Fun Guy, as it is a full surrender out of Draco. This is going to be a Ring of Peace, Ice Block to follow immediately. trying to see if he can maybe get some recovery. 30% damage, but Fungi will not be able to get a lot of healing. And Draco is ready. He wants to go for a big old kick. I think he's trying to see if he can avoid those Dragon's Breath with a backward roll. Trying to go for the breath, maybe to get some CC. Needs some kind of a breather right now, but I think well, that's the win. He just may be in trouble. Got himself a shield. That's about all he's got. A bit of a healing with a prismatic. That's all he has at the moment, though. He has to maintain a perma slow with a Draco if he wants to survive. I don't know if he can even go for food. Maybe if he goes for Poly onto Draco, goes in for some food, maybe he can make some work. But I think he's going to have to get counter-offensive as soon as possible. Maybe aggressive. It's going to be Draco freezing himself, knocked back out away. It's going to be tricky to follow him. The Fungi does end up bailing out of there, but he can't really stop Draco. He needs to go for an Abyss. Shield, in cap, touch of the magic. Touch of death instead. Lexup onto Huge Buttman. Got himself the big Haymaker loaded up. Instead, gonna go for that Elemental Mastery. Knocking Draco back. He could go for yet another knockback. Instead, just jumping off the platform. Got himself a wall. Is that enough survivability? Mad damage out of the smoke right now. Not giving Huge Buttman an opportunity to even get himself any kind of recovery. Is gonna be ruined as Huge Buttman finally finds himself just the smallest bit of breather to catch up on health. There's so much damage out of the smoke right now. Draco absolutely just putting in the effort into these boys. Big kicks to follow. Got himself a lot of output. Taking out totems as they get in place right next to the guy. In cap to follow as the Huge Buttman again just tried to run away from the guy. Light the lasso, at least finally able to use lassos to get away from Draco. Definitely needs to go for those knockbacks with roots in order to deal with Draco. Definitely needs to get himself an Earth Shield as well on top of it. It's going to be a jab. Draco tried to see if he can slide back over to the guy. Knockback by Huge Buttman. Does he have any more knockbacks? Got himself the big leap with the gust of wind. Again, still on the run away from Draco, just trying to avoid him as best as possible. That's all he's been able to do this entire game. In cap to follow, Draco with a Lexup, no way out. I think it is maybe over for Huge Buttman as he gets the second Zuan. My goodness. How do you beat that? It's so much pressure. All you can do is just run. What do you do? What do you do in that situation? You need like a pet to overpower the guy. You need a pet to like stun the guy or something. Maybe Earth Elemental would have been kind of helpful, but like even then, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like once you fall behind versus a monk, there isn't really much you can do to recover. As Draco is just gonna kind of hang down here with the Wrathguard. He does have the port capabilities here too, so you should be okay. Another portal again, sum it up. Lucifer just trying to see if he can lock him down. Immediate karma is Draco actually focusing on the main Wrathguard pet. Try and join in. As long as the Wrathguard pet does not die, you'll be okay. Big Pet Lord join in. Draco has nowhere to go. What is he going to report next to where his port is? Pet Lord's absolutely just sharing right through him. Does get himself an in-cap for a second. Lexup on all these pets. Drinking out of Lucifer. Trying to see if he can walk away with the Lucifer stopping him. Zuan joins into this one with mad serenity at the ready. Lucifer trying to use wall in order to maybe give himself a bit of survivability. Drake got no help whatsoever. The pets are still chasing after him. Mages go down either way though. Soothing but not be enough. Oh my god. That's all you have to do is go for the bunch of pets, it looks like. My god. That is so rough. Draco with him too. My goodness, dude. Facile also did pretty good too, by the way. But Draco, my goodness. That's rough. That is rough. Alright, boys. Do we have groups or are we done for the night? Let me see. Let me know.